Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your July the 7th spiritual principle day in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's good to be with you. It's always good to be with you. Let's get into that meditation. The title of today's meditation, The Practical and Spiritual Application of We. Speaking of we, I want to just take a quick moment again to let you know you can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment down below. Someone has suggested in so many words that I start sharing this on Spotify. So I may be doing that. I'm going to be looking at that this weekend and seeing what needs to be done to share the podcast on Spotify. If you leave a comment down below, as soon as I see your comment, I'm going to respond. All right. And thank you for your prayers for my husband. All right. Let's read it together. In NA, our identification as addicts is what we have in common. It's what we have in common. In times of illness, that's where it comes from, mental health issues. I remember that brochure. That's a powerful brochure. I think it's blue and white or blue and gray. What bound our predecessors together in NA's early days is what connects us today. It's our identification as addicts through the common lens of the disease of addiction and our desire to get clean. That commonality alone means we belong here and with each other. Despite what or how much we use, the specifics of our stories and experiences and what makes us different as people. One of NA's gifts, we hear members say over and over again, is having relationships with people whom we very likely would never even have met, let alone connected with outside the rooms. NA's success as a fellowship since its inception has hinged on this fact. Our best hope for recovery from addiction is banding together to help each other. Our common welfare, the health and well-being of our groups and NA as a whole, underpins our personal recovery. That includes every member of this fellowship, past and present. Even our future members depend on the we of NA. Though we may approach them in a variety of ways, it's no accident that 11 of the 12 steps start with the word we. But we isn't just a concept. Like all principles, its practical application is what makes it spiritual. When we identify, we connect. When we share our true selves, that connection deepens. When we help each other and accept help, we stay connected. Above all, practicing we is fulfilling our primary purpose of carrying the message of recovery to the still suffering addict. I will be mindful of practicing we today by investing in our common welfare. I'll keep what I have by giving it away to another addict. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you so much. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Please and thank you. When we're carrying this message, we are forever mindful that we're not doing it by ourselves, that this is a we program, not an I program. And the we is as powerful of a force as anything when we allow it to be. You may know the power or the strength behind the we and benefit from it because you happen to be in the right place at the right time. You happen to have a sheet of paper that tells you that you have to make meetings and you benefit from the we of the fellowship. You are able to find an address, more than likely online, for a meeting that suits your needs. And at that stage, you may not really know what goes into organizing those meetings for you so that when you decide to come, the doors are open. Business meetings, treasurers, bickering, fussing about what to do with the money, what things that the group feels are very important to carry the message, what things aren't so important, differences of opinion. The list goes on and on as far as the behind the scene things that take place that create the we. You may not really know too much about it, except for when we hold hands or hug up at the end of a meeting and we talk about just for today. Or we're reading our readings and we hear the word we and how it works over and over and over. And we get curious enough and end up buying our own basic text. That may be your exposure to we, but for the most part, all of us listening today, we know that we are forever mindful about practicing the we in this program. That is our commonality, our common welfare, this disease of addiction. And as a result of that, our tribe, right, our group of people, our fellowship consists of those other people that are also one day at a time staying clean, trying to stay clean, staying clean. We see that it's beneficial for us and we appreciate. Try not having it. I can never remember 15 years over in Kenya, 15 years clean in Kenya, holding a meeting, giving myself my own medallion that I purchased well in advance of being there because I knew I'm going to a place where it's very possible I may not find a meeting. I remember sitting and hiring individuals to help me translate the English basic text into Swahili. I can remember that vividly. We didn't get very far, but they benefited from writing that information down. They benefited greatly. So let's enjoy the week while we can, because it's not a given. Just like my example of going to Kenya, it's not a given. But hopefully you're enjoying practicing the we today in the fellowship. And it's carrying you to that next place along your journey that you need to be. There is practical and spiritual application of being able to identify with other addicts because that's what we have in common. That is our we. How do you know this person? I have people say that all the time. How do you know them? And it's not for me to really say, but I can tell you one thing. If you're thinking about getting to know them, I would go for it because they are truly an awesome person. Right? We have an opportunity to, I don't know, it's just a place where I revel. You know, I just enjoy my interaction with the people that are part of my we in recovery. It really brings me a lot of joy, and I hope that it does for you too. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow. I want to get back to my husband and make sure he's all right. I want to spend some time with him, but I am already feeling much better. Having done the podcast, I know that I'm going to have a beautiful day. I want for you to have a beautiful day on purpose as well, because I believe you deserve it. I believe you deserve it. Talk to you soon.